Hey guys, it's Melvin7 here, and today I'm bringing you my transfer rumours, and as you can see, the backgrounds look a bit different. I've put a lot more work into the graphics for this series. Instead of just being me with a camera, we've now got backgrounds, etc., and a couple of bits of information when we get into it. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first transfer rumour we've got is Lucas Biglia, who's a Lazio centre defensive midfielder, and he's linked to a move to Manchester United. Now, I think this is very, very unlikely. And the reason for that, we've already got 4 CDMs. We've got Carrick, Schneidlin and Schweinsteiger. Obviously, the latter two who we've bought. And also Daley Blind, who is getting played as a centre-back, but that's only because Rojo isn't fit. And Lou Van Gaal even confirmed will be after a centre-back. Not just a right-sided centre-back the way he... I know that's how it sounded, but I think it means any centre-back. But regardless, I don't know why we would want another CDM. I think this is another case of a player either wanting to go to a different club and Lazio trying to up the price saying, oh, Manchester United are interested, or he wants a better contract. So the player's agents went, oh, look, Manchester United are interested. You better give him a better contract so he stays. So I'm going to make this likelihood about 2 out of 10. I generally cannot see it happening. If it does, I'm wrong, but, you know, for the reasons I've just given, I just can't see it happening. The next rumour, we've got Rondon moving to West Brom. Now, I had West Brom down for relegation. This is a signing that could keep them up. If they can keep Berahino, they've got Ricky Lambert, they could alternate between these three. They're different kinds of strikers, etc. Rondon would be a fantastic addition to the Premier League, and it would prove once again that teams in the lower half can get pretty high profile signings, to be honest, that will make them a better team overall. And this, I think, is very likely. I mean, it's on Sky Sports now. Apparently he's flying in for medical, etc. So I think this one will happen. It will be a fantastic move, and I think I've gave this 8 out of 10. I'm surprised I didn't give it more. 8 or 9 out of 10. You'll know in the bottom. I should probably, yeah, for next episode, I'll know what ratings I've given. Don't worry. But anyway, next player, we've got Kevin De Bruyne, who's apparently, according to Sky sources, City have made a 47 million bid for Kevin De Bruyne. Now, he's a fantastic player, but hasn't he only been in Germany for 1 year? And I know he had a fantastic year. He might have been for 2. I can't remember, all right? But he had a fantastic year. He had like 27 assists, 17 goals, etc. But he didn't really do much at Chelsea, and that's why Mourinho sold him. Now, that was probably a mistake. I'm not going to deny it, but it's kind of a risk paying 47 million for a player who didn't really hack it in the Premier League. I'm not saying he can't, because I think he is a fantastic player, but I'm just saying spending that kind of money is a huge risk. I know City have the financial backing now. FFP's gone, and if you total up what they've paid for Sterling, this is almost 100 million, because I think this deal will happen. Alright, it seems very likely. I think I've gave this 8 or 9 out of 10 again, but yeah, it does seem extremely likely, especially for that. I don't think Wolfsburg will reject. Now, in terms of City, I think this will be a brilliant move for them, providing they can get the best out of him. I presume this would be a Nasri replacement, because Silva, when he's fit, is always going to play. Sterling, I believe, will replace Navas. Aguero's obviously going to play. They're like a 4-2-3-1, so maybe he'd fit towards the kind of left, or Silva would go to the left, and then De Bruyne would be in the hole in the number 10. This would be a good move, but it would be a very risky move, to say the least. But I think it would work, and yeah, 47 million for De Bruyne. Let me know if you think he's worth it. Next player, we've got Pedro, who's been on numerous ones of these, and it seems as though the deal will be done to take him to Manchester United on Wednesday, apparently. According to numerous sources, that is, I think that includes The Independent, The Guardian, etc., Sport, who are a foreign newspaper. They're not a newspaper, they're a news station, aren't they? I can't remember, but anyway, they're the one who've been driving this entire transfer, but it's hit a little snag, and the reason for that is because apparently Neymar has the mumps, so they don't want to sell Pedro before the Euro Super Cup. We're trying to get him in. Apparently Pedro wants the deal finalised as soon as possible so he can play in the Champions League qualifier against Club Brugge. So I think this will get done. It's a case of if. It's a case of when rather than if. And if I could give it 10 out of 10, I would, but I don't want to be that naive. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think this will happen. Whether it'll be Wednesday, whether it'll be Wednesday or you know, a bit later, we'll have to wait and see, but I think this is extremely likely. And the last transfer rumour of this episode, we've got Pedro and Rahman moving to Chelsea. Now, I don't know a whole load about him. He had a decent season for Augsburg apparently. Evidently, Chelsea's scouting systems picked him up and think he'll be perfect as a replacement for Felipe Luis. Whether they'll push Azpilicueta onto the right, because Ivanovic has been very suspect for the last 6 months or so. So Azpilicueta can play on the right, and then they'll push Pedro and Rahman into the starting 11. Or whether he'll just be a backup to Azpilicueta, we'll have to wait and see. But it's a hell of a lot of money for a backup. I think the reported fee is about 28 million euros, which equates to around 18 to 20 million. For an unknown left back, that is quite a lot. That's almost 20 million, and he's not English, so you know he doesn't have that English hype where you pay a little bit more. So, do I think this would be a good move? I'm entirely not sure. All right, I don't know much about him, and yeah, can you tell me anything about him? Like I've seen Augsburg play about once or twice when I've been watching Bayern Munich, so I didn't really focus on him too much. So I have no idea. But if Chelsea's scouting system obviously thinks he'd be a good player, then I'm sure he will. But I think I've gave this another 9 out of 10, 8 or 9 out of 10. I really need to remember what I've given ratings, man. Anyway, hopefully I've enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the graphics, because I have put a lot more work into it to try and make it look a bit better for you guys. Hopefully you do enjoy them, and yeah, hopefully you agree with me in these rumours. Do you? Do you think that some of these ratings I've gave for how likely they are too high, too low, etc.? Let me know, and yeah, peace.